This is how I build my micro hydro generator from stuff that you can buy in hardware store and the motor parts. Starting with the stator. Here I epoxied it to the cap of compression fitting. So let's assemble it using 6202 bearing. Put it inside there, then follow up with this. That way it will push the bearing and it will sit snug there, and it will be centered. Then the next part of this compression fitting, you thread it like that, tighten it, and voila, there you go. And another one is a 6302 bearing here, and this is another end of this PVC HDP coupling that I had cut here so it won't rub with the turbine. And then this will put this down and it will keep the bearing snug. And as you tighten it, you have an assembly. And those are the bearings inside. Here. It will look like this. This is a completed version. Like that. See? Next, this is a magneto of a Miu Sporty, I think, and this is a 15-inch shaft. This actually comes from a rear axle of this motorcycle. I had it machined to 12mm and threaded that one so it will adapt to this Pelton turbine that I bought online, like that, yeah. Taking this, you will insert this shaft like that, but as you can see, it will rub into the stator, so we have to put a spacer. This is a flexible hose that is exactly 15mm in diameter, yeah, inside diameter, with this one, and another center part of a 6302 bearing. This one, this is, and you put it here so that the clearance you have is just enough so that this bolt will not hit this part of the stator. So put that in there like that, and then it will not rub anymore. It will spin freely and centered like that. And then, oh, I forgot, I modified this. This is where it will mount into the crankshaft of the engine. The magneto, originally it will face like that. This will be in the inside, but it will have clearance issues in the bearing inside, so I grind the rivets off this one. I grind it off, and then I turn it upside down and clamp it with 3 nuts and bolts, so you will have no problem spinning. And then after that, sit it like that, and mount this turbine, a Pelton turbine, or also I could use a cross flow turbine like that. Since this has it is a smaller diameter, it will give more rotation per minute, so it will produce higher voltage. And when the hydro unit is a bit far, this will cause an efficiency gain, since a higher voltage will pass through the wire and it will have less losses. But for demonstration, let's use this Pelton turbine. After that, you mount it like that. It will sit there, and then you provide a spacer. This is the spacer here. When you buy this turbine, it already comes with that. And then I will clamp down this turbine and put the washer there and a nut. You position this turbine so that as it's hit by the water, it will tighten this nut so it won't come loose, because I have an incident where this came off loose and flew 5 yards out, and they will damage it. See, there's scratches and stuff. And then you tighten it with these 13mm wrench, box wrench, like that. And there you go. This is my very own micro hydro, using stuff lying around. This is good for about 100 to 200 watts, and it will run 24/7 for years. So, yeah. Depends on the water, the power potential of your water. See, it's centered, spinning centered. This one also. So I'll show you when it's all mounted up, but I am gonna use this one. There, it's mounted. This one is not so centered, but it's okay because this is flexible. As it rotates, the centrifugal force will keep it straight. So like that, and let's mount it. And there you go, it's mounted. Forgive me if I use sticks and other stuff to mount this thing. This is for temporarily also, only because I have to yet pour the concrete and everything, design an enclosure for the turbine, and so it wouldn't spill everywhere. And I have to put a drainage that will go directly into a pond, because I plan to use this as an aerator directly on the pond also. That's why I haven't been able to mount this properly, because the pond isn't there yet. I have to construct that as well. So this will do for now, at least it works. So it's all mounted up, and this is the pressure. Yeah, there's the pressure. That's more than 100 psi. Let's start it. That spins at a higher RPM, but the MPPT is still adjusting. So we'll see what it is doing in the controller. Here at the controller, it's loading up 7.3 amps, 7.5. It's doing 100 watts. And our battery voltage is 14.5. Oh no, 13.8. That's about full charge. Yeah, it's doing about 100 watts.